That time I used ChatGPT to help me
I went to
deal with dialectical differences between SharePoint Online
ChatGPT,
and other content management
and I kind of
systems.
asked them what the standard colors were. And then I unfortunately I can't find the exact place, but I actually asked them, what if you wrote some code to match any hexadecimal color with a standard list? And the client and I kind of worked on it, making a mapping scenario for the colors that were created inside the SharePoint text editor palette, which are a combination of the standard SharePoint colors and then some of their custom ones. And then with, I'm sorry, the ones on the left are the Jive colors. So these come from the Jive RTE color palette. And then the ones on the right come out of the standard SharePoint online color palette, as well as some of the custom theme colors for the client's particular tenant. Anyway, the problem was that we kept getting new colors, and there were colors non-conforming. And I think that there's probably, I mean, literally hundreds of colors. And I think the possible causes for that are, I know that Jive actually updated their RTE a couple times, and so there could be small subtle differences in even what we think of some of the standard colors. But then another thing is that people can always author a lot of that content in other tools and then just paste it in there. And Jive is relatively sort of standard HTML, so a lot of times those, versus SharePoint, which relies on a completely different method for tagging colors. Anyway, so originally, yeah, I mean, I just kind of created an array of the colors, and then I would just kind of like replace colors. I would take the Jive hexadecimal color and then replace it with one of these SPO colors, treat them a little bit differently. But anyway, like I said, there were so many unmatched colors that the client was complaining, and then that's when I kind of had the thought. I went to ChatGPT. Unfortunately, I can't find the exact place, but I actually asked them, what if you wrote some code to match any hexadecimal color with a standard list? And they did that. And although I don't have the history for that, I do have what it generated on December 29th, which I pasted in a chat here to the client. And actually, there's one error in here. One of the B's is uppercase for some reason. It kind of shows you how ChatGPT occasionally makes errors in the code. And so when I ran that, it failed. But so I replaced this function of replacing with a set of colors with a dynamic function that would replace, basically take any hexadecimal color and then match it to the closest color. And I did that by, in Java, in Excel, actually, you can extract the RGB values from the hexadecimal value. So I did that here, red, green, blue, and then I generated kind of the object code here in Excel, and then pasted that into the code directly. And so yeah, so this function getClosestColor does that. And so the other thing was we'd already gone through the trouble of getting.
So this was a little learning experience I had using ChatGPT to help me during a data migration from Jive software to SharePoint Online.